Hey everyone, Kim here, Abundant Life Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me. This is a favorites video or live stream. Come and go as you please. Chat with me, say hello, and yeah, we're going to catch up on what I've been up to since the last time we met up and what decks I've been loving. And a deck, I want to do a full deck flip through, and we're going to have some of you say, hey, I would like a card from that deck. And we're going to pull it and then we're going to look at the guidebook together because the guidebook is a PDF. It's a PDF, and I'll share my screen and we're going to look at it. You'll see what card you got. So I'm excited about today. I need a pick me up. I don't know about y'all, but it's been a lot going on. It has been a lot going on collectively with everything going on geopolitically to as well as me personally. I'm not going to go into it very much here. I have yeah, I'm just going to say this. I lost a client. A client passed away, and I received the news yesterday, and I had just read for her. She was a regular client for a long time. It hurts my spirit. When I'm ready to talk about it, I'll share. It hurt my heart. It's still very raw because I found out yesterday. And yeah, yeah. So it's been real, it's just been real, like real and raw. And I got out of town guests coming, so life is lifing. The house is not ready, but I was like, I don't give a damn. I'm coming on here and I'm going to talk about decks, get myself ready while I wait for the out of town guests to come. And the chips will fall where they fall. If the house is clean, great. If it's not, at least I talked about my decks. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I need some self care right now, and this is self care. Oh, Donna, thank you for being here with me. Thank you so much. How are you doing? How are you doing? Aw. Yeah, it hit me like a ton of bricks, and I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I had to go to my daughter's school today. They were having like this big like project day that goes on for hours, and that's great. You got to do mom duties, but oh my God, I was so distracted after hearing the news yesterday. It just literally like when you think of Three of Swords and the sword is like piercing through the heart, it's like that's how I feel. And then I did, you just don't expect it. I don't know if I've ever really dealt with a loss of a client because I don't know if I'm usually privy to that information. But I'm grateful I got the information. Yeah. Hey, friend, my member. Hey, thank you for being a member. Oh my goodness. You'll hear about it because I'm going to put it. I did record a video just to kind of purge and process. I did record a video. So my members on the YouTube channel and in my Poised to Lead membership on Ko-fi will hear a little bit more about the details of how I found out. And where do I go from here? It's just like, oh my God. Yes. I'm thrilled you're here. I know you're West Coast. Okay. West Coast. So thank you all for being here with me. I appreciate you. It's gonna because I need a distraction. I know y'all do too. We're gonna talk some decks and we're gonna have a good time today. I'm gonna be sharing updates with you as I show the decks because we can multitask. Okay, I'm doing all right. Like many of us right now, trying hard not to let the darkness take over. Yep. Yep. That sums it up perfectly right there. Hi, Fred. I was thinking about you. Thank you for contacting me and being here and staying in contact with me. I appreciate you. Okay. All right. So let me switch gears. This year is the Hermit year for us as a collective. My personal tarot card of the year is the Hanged Man. And I am very much feeling every bit of hermit mode. I don't know about y'all. And I don't know what your personal tarot card of the year is. If you know it, share it in the chat or in the comment section if you watch this on replay. But between me and the Hermit and the Hanged Man, I am like really like, I just want to withdraw. And I'm like, is that good? Is that healthy? I'm an introvert by nature. Is it healthy to completely withdraw because I know me and I know my past and I know that once I go all the way off, I go all the way off. I'm gone. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. I'm in hanged man mode with my wanting to be a hermit. Like, what's going on? But I was wondering, how is the card of the year, the Hermit, showing up for you? If you know your personal card year, how is it showing up for you? And how are those two cards interacting with one another? That's what I want to know from you. And I also want to know, what decks did you get in February if you got decks? If you didn't, that's great, right? We celebrate that too. What decks were you loving and using in February? Y'all know February is my birthday month, and it was a great birthday month. And I got gifted decks. I'll show you a couple of those in a moment. And it was cool, I'm grateful. I'm grateful to make it to another year, 45. And yeah, I'm grateful, man. I'm just like, this is what I can say. Like, I'm grateful to be here. Yeah, we are all going through it one way or the other. And if you aren't going through it, yay, I'm super happy for you. I'm grateful. And if you could send us some good vibes from you to us, that's all I'm going to say. But I'm happy for those who are like, okay, I found that magical combination of staying zen, staying calm in all the midst of all the chaos. I am in the eye of the storm, but I am calm. And yeah, that is a beautiful thing to have. All right, so let me just make sure I got everything going here. So I got gifted 2 decks. I'm not going to do flip throughs right here to save time, but one of my friends and Voice Elite members, you know who you are, thank you, had gifted me the Starlight Frequencies Oracle by Leah Showman. Okay. And she gifted the Broken Mirror Oracle cards. The reason I'm not going to do a flip through of these decks is because I have actually recorded flip throughs of them. I just haven't published them to the channel yet. I'm trying to give us some space, y'all. It's just, what the hell? Like, sometimes it feels like I want to talk about cards and decks and things, but it feels kind of like, it feels a little trivial, but I love it. But then I'm like, trying to strike that balance of like, but I will be posting those. So, and maybe even in the description box, even with the video being unlisted, if you click on that link, you'll be able to see it. You'll be able to see a full flip through, but you won't find it available on the channel, if that makes sense. So I'll do it for that way for now. I think that's my compromise. I'm just going to show you though. It's mass marking. I'm here for a little. I've been using this deck, and I for sure have been using the Broken Mirror Oracles cards like crazy. It's a love oracle reading, and I love it. It's 55 cards. Where's it? It's on my reading table right here, and I'm just gonna give you a few cards, just a few backs. I know not everyone would be a fan of the backs, but I'm not here for the backs. Let me see what we've got. Envy, hateful, spiteful, or jealousy. So you all know I do client readings, and I especially love doing love readings. So obviously, I'm going to want to have a good arsenal of love oracle decks because I put a beating on them. So when one goes out of commission, I got another one waiting in the wings. But in this case, I just started using this right away. I have other decks on my reading table I've been using for love readings. They're perfectly fine. They're not completely beat up yet from all my shuffling, but I just really like it. And thank you, my special friend, for. Oh, you can announce in the comment section if you want, if you watch this video. But I was like, I didn't get permission to share who gave me my gift decks. But thank you. Mind games, immature, testing you, analyzing you. Guidance, faith, healing, intuition, and dreams. So I'm going to stop there. I'm not going to go in depth because I will, in the description box, link those videos. Even if they're not on the channel, you'll get a sneak peek. How about that? You will get a sneak peek. And I'm not going to even, I got a treat for you on this one. I found some tarot decks that play so good, so good with this. And you will get to see that in the near future. So, yeah. So those are the decks that were gifted to me. Gifted. Now, the deck that I bought for my birthday, I guess, but I was like, I had already bought decks for my birthday in January for February, but I was like, well, it's actually February, so I should get a deck in February for my birthday. So I got this one, Modern Life Oracle Cards. This is the one we're going to be doing a flip through in a bit. And we're going to go through the cards, and I'm going to pull some cards for each of us because it makes it fun. And you'll see why in a moment. The guidebook, you'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to share my screen, and you'll see what I mean. Okay. Sorry, you all. I'm still in just this weird place emotionally. And I've questioned if I should even go live today. I was like, I don't know. But I'm like, I always feel so good after spending time with you all. And even after I stop recording and you all leave comments later, I'm like, oh, this makes me feel so good, and it feels so good to interact with you all. So it's like, I'm gonna do it, even though I got some dishes to do. But shh. Let me see what you got going on here. Oh, Luna Lee's. I recently got the Botanical Dreams Oracle. I was so drawn and happened to have enough to get it. There's a meditation card that I love. I'm so happy you were able to treat yourself to that. It sounds glorious. I'm like, I feel like I heard of that deck. I'll have to Google it. I'm going to Google it. Yes, my friend over here has been hermiting as well because people are so hard to be around. They said, I kept saying that out loud. I'm like, God, I'm tired of people right now. And so I mean that, but then I'm kind of like, I don't mean it, but I mean it. I'm like, and then I'm like, are you being extra like introverted by saying that? No, I'm just over it. I'm over the ugly sides of humanity right now. I'm just over it. I'm like, I'm tired. I need the good side for a bit. Just give me, y'all, please give me the good side. Personal card is the moon for Donna. Okay. I guess I will need to rely on some hermit style introspection in order to gain clarity this year. Wow. Yeah. But what a journey to go on with the moon and the hermit. Wow. I'll say. Thank you for sharing your cards too, by the way. Uh-oh. No. Okay. Is it working? No. Okay. It froze. It's freezing. It froze. I was like, what is going on? But here I am, I'm back. Thank you, friends. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I celebrate all February. I mean, February is a short month. So February 10th is in the middle-ish, and I celebrate. I found out one of my favorite songs, well, I guess she is a songwriter too. Musicians, Roberta Flack, we share the same birthday, and she passed away since the last time we met up. And she was like one of my absolute favorite singers. Then Angie Stone, another one of my favorite singers, died last weekend. I believe it was the last weekend or the weekend before. And then another singer or like musician, Roy Ayers. Like it was just a short window of time that I'm like, so I've been already kind of feeling a way about death and my, in nostalgia and mortality, like all those heavier feelings. And I'm like, oh my God. And then my client passed. And then all of the rest is going on. And and then I was supposed to fly to the US, and I'm like, I don't want to fly. I'm terrified of flying naturally. So it's been an emotional mess for me. And I'm not really emotional. Don't like a lot. Unless that, Robin, thank you for being here. Just going through the comments after my little dip out in and out the live stream. I was showing the starlight frequencies. I didn't do a flip through, but that's because I have a couple of videos I already recorded and I'm going to publish. So you probably might even have this one, Robin. I don't know. Do you have the Starlight Frequencies Oracle by Leah Showman? It's mass market. And then I have the Broken Mirror Oracle. These were gifted for my birthday. So thank you, friend, who gifted them. And then I bought last month the Modern Life Oracle, which I'm going to do a flip through in a moment. Because we're gonna look at these together. Why not? Why not? Oh my gosh, Ange. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you for being here. Oh, love to hang out with you sometime. I came for the cards, but stayed for the people. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for saying that. Not doing readings today, Mark. Oh, but Mark, next Saturday, stay tuned. I'm going to be on my friend Scott's channel, Scott. So Scorpio Sun Tarot's channel. But I'm going to put notifications on my channel, and I will be doing readings with him. And you can check out his channel. He does readings a lot. I'm not in any kind of head or heart space right now to do readings. I'm going to be frank. And I'm a pro reader. I'm supposed to be doing readings for clients today. But I'm kind of sore emotionally and mentally. So, yeah. Decks I got in February were Mystical Healing and Talking to Heaven Oracles. And you got the Antique Anatomy. Okay, so you finally got it. This surprised me as after getting Meta Muse Tarot, I thought my collection was complete. Ain't it something how that happens? We're like, for sure, my collection is complete. I know it's complete. And then there's this deck. There's this deck. There's this deck. There's this deck. I'm not, I'm just speaking from experience, shared experience. I'm not trying to enable or peer pressure. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's a hermiting time for us. And I didn't know how it was going to show up as for the collective. And now I'm kind of seeing it reminds me, and this is kind of going to be traumatic, so y'all bear with me. But whatever, I'm just going to share it. So during 9/11, after that period of just like that total shock to the people close at the epicenter, to the ripple effects throughout the country. Afterwards, there was this interesting cocooning time. Now I would call it hermiting, like we were hermiting. At the time, I think they called it like cocooning, or I remember like reading articles about this time after a shock to our collective system, whatever that shock is. It could be, for us, it's been like lots of little mini ones that are starting to wear on us as a whole. But sometimes it could be a big one like 9/11, right? And we start to cocoon, we go inward, we start to um, be at home more. And what does that look like? And that always struck me. And I was like, kind of like cocooning. Same thing happened during the pandemic. We were forced to have to cocoon and go within and hermit, as we had to protect ourselves, of what they say. So that's what we did. And so I just find it interesting. I was like, how is the hermit going to shape up in 2025 for us? And here we are in March. And it's already like, oh my gosh, I don't want to go out. But that's how we stay connected. Even if you go out for a little bit, you peek out and you pull back in and you hibernate a little bit and you go back out again. That's good too. Okay, Donna says, I'm trying to reduce my deck buying by half compared to last year. And I didn't buy anything in January. Good for you. But I bought 2 decks in February. Uh-oh. um, SOTW. Oh, you got the Astara Oracle. I didn't know there was a Astara Oracle. Is that the companion to the Tarot? Let me know. And the Wildwood Tarot. You have to let me know what you think of those decks. Let me know. Angel says, I find myself saying, I can't people today at least 3 times a week. That's so real and so relatable and so yes to what I think a lot of us are feeling. It just is. I'm like, I'm over this. But I'm like, but I like playing in this like physical experience, like, we all were called here to be here. I'm like, I'm here, but God, this person's so getting on my nerves right now, but you gotta maintain your peace. Yeah, we're over it. We are so over it now. We are over it, Alex. Yes, Roberta Flack. When I was a little girl, my mama was playing her music and I would sing my little heart out, killing me softly, and feel like making love. Yes, I was a little girl singing that song, but come on, it's about springtime. But so many memories. It's just such a great talent, such a great lady. And yeah, that hurt. Thank you, Robin. Thank you. I am 1 year older. Here we are. Grateful to be here. Yes, let's do it. Let's go live. Let's do something. Let's hang out. That's the one thing I'll say is I am feeling so like, okay, yes, sometimes I want to withdraw. It's the weirdest thing. Sometimes I want to withdraw, and sometimes I just want to like connect. But I think I want to connect with a like-minded folk is what is going on. And that feeds us, right? That fuels our or ignites our passions, our spirituality. Hey, Mark. Oh, it was my birthday, February 10th, but I was like celebrating all month. Yes, yes. Oh, Season of the Witch. Okay, thank you. I was like, is it like it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've been all up in the know. No, thank you for letting me know. I was like, is there there's the Astara Tarot, and then I was like, I don't know why I didn't think of the Seasons of the Witch. Don't know why I didn't think of that. It is such a beautiful song. Roberta Flack. I read that she taught herself basically how to play the piano at 9. Her dad went to like a junkyard, or maybe he just happened upon it, but a piano was like all stinky and old and whatever, and he fixed it up and he painted it green. She's like, it stunk to high heaven. And she played on that thing forever. And it makes me smile because I was a young girl listening to her music and singing, and my daughter, who's 14, plays the piano and just plays forever, just all day. And it's just music for my soul. I don't know. It's just like, okay, that, the legacy of music passing down. It's just, I don't know. It's cool. Like-minded, yes, people we vibe with. Althea and I, oh, we're just having that conversation. Yeah, we just need that. We just need to connect. And so for nothing else, I was like, I just need to get on here. At first I was gonna like postpone this live, and I'm like, no, I don't want to postpone it. It's quiet right now. Oh my God, they were going full tilt boogie. It was like the Independence Day in the DR. What was it? Was it earlier this week? I am a Black woman from Oakland, California. So we know how to party. Okay. We know how to party. We like loud music. But oh my gosh, it was like consistent. My neighbors, they were like party and party and party. And they have two Independence Days. They have an Independence Day that celebrates when they became independent from Spain, occupation of Spain, right? And then they have the independence that they got from Haiti. And that's the one that we celebrated recently, or they, you know what I mean? Like, I'm an expat. I'm like, I, you know, I'm like, okay, y'all celebrating. I can't say, oh yeah, it's my celebration. Just like when I'm celebrating some American holiday, like here they're like, oh, that's her thing. Oh yes, afternoon delight. Oh gosh, I remember that. And I wasn't born when the song came out, but it was still around, like when I was a youngin'. Afternoon delight. Hey, somebody needs some afternoon delight. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Oh, I miss you too. Oh my goodness. I miss being here. I was like, it's been a minute. I pre-record videos and I just put them up on the channel. I'm like, I'm gonna be back. But gosh, it was like crazy. It was a short month. And I'm like, oh, so much going on. Trying to maintain. But here we are. Walk on the wild side at 7 years old. I was singing because Lean on Me, it's Welcome to the Jungle. Who sings that? Oh my God. But the movie Lean on Me had Welcome to the Jungle. And I was always singing that song. Like, because I always felt like I was like going into a jungle. It's crazy in the 1990s Northern California streets. I'm like, it's like, wow. Crack epidemic. Yikes. Welcome to the jungle. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Well, we gotta have our soundtracks. We gotta have. Oh yes, California knows how to party. We do. We have whole songs about our love of partying and our love of celebrating life and the beauty of nature and yeah, all those things. So I could make a whole playlist of California songs. I could just be like, California titles, give it to me. California Love by Tupac, Hotel California. Oh my God, I love that song. One of my favorite songs. There's so many songs with California in the title. I'm sure I'm gonna make a playlist. Yeah, we in the city of LA, in the city of Compton, we keep it rocking. We keep it rocking. No, like shake, baby, shake. Oh, shake. It's 11:11. Oh my God, it's so early there. When I go out there, it's gonna be like, it's gonna be gonna be a trip. The time zone difference is gonna be a trip. It's supposed to be going out there in the summer now. See how that go. We see how's that go. Hey, my friend, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Oh yeah, you know it gets okay. Now it never gets that cold in Canada, in Northern California. It gets cold for us, not Canada cold, of course, but sometimes it's like raining, and so right now I don't know. I don't know what the weather is with my peeps. I haven't asked them and I haven't checked. I used to check obsessively, like weirdly, like why am I concerned with weather? Well, because my family's there, but really, like, what can you do? You're thousands of miles away. Why are you concerned about the weather in California when you're in the Caribbean with its own weather system? Ooh, I had coffee hours upon hours ago, but I normally have coffee at 11-ish Atlantic Standard Time. All right, so now I think, I wanted to share with you all the tarot decks that I was loving in February. I'm not going to do a full-on flip through it, but I love the smell of this deck, and I love the way it feels, I love the way it looks. I love, love, love it. I use it in client readings. I use it for readings when I was watching shows, like true crime shows, reality shows, Law and Order, SVU, and then I use it for client readings for myself. We've been having a ball. This is the Echoes Through Time Tarot by Lynn Thurman. It is an independently produced deck, and I already did a flip through. I published it on the channel, so you can check it out. I'll link it in the description box. I don't know if I did that. I will. But okay. Have you ever had a Five of Pentacles moment like this, where you had to drag your friend up out of a bar, a casino, a nightclub? One of y'all wasn't being able to stand up straight. I had to do it once in Vegas. Not pretty. I searched around for my friend for hours around a nightclub in Vegas. Hours. Now, mind you, I was probably a little, tipsy myself. And I couldn't find her. I went in the bathroom like 2-3 times, didn't find her. Finally, I said, something in my intuition said, go inside the bathroom one more time and really look under, a level where the feet are. And I did. And she was cornered. She was in a tight little corner in the last stall. And it wasn't a pretty taxi ride home, I'll just say. So when I saw this Five of Pentacles, I was like, yeah. Look, it's closing time. I really like this deck. So if you're curious about it, you want to see a full flip through, check out my video on it. Here's the Four of Swords. Oh, I love this deck so much. I was not expecting to really connect with it so much as I have, but we've been getting along famously. Ten of Wands. Eight of Wands. It's kind of hard to see. That's why you just watch the flip through if you can. And the Magician. We'll stop there. It's kind of hard to see. But anyhow, getting along famously, this deck and I. I'm going to say about the Echoes Through Time. Other tarot deck I want to mention is the Black Tarot. Do you have this one? It's mass market. Now, the Echoes Through Time, just my seat. The Echoes Through Time is indie. This is mass market. And I've had it for a while. And I pulled it out, admittedly enough, when I was doing some posts in the beginning part of February for Black History Month. And from there, I started using the deck quite a bit in February, and I liked it. I was like, oh, I remember when I got it. I like it. An Ancestral Awakening Guidebook. So it's got this guidebook, right? Got that. I have a full flip through. I even have some tarot combo videos that I did with this deck and Oracle decks. This comes in this box. The deck is also in the tuck box. And I also got the Ancestral Illumination, a guided journal. Guided journal for this baby. Even comes with cool stickers. I haven't used them yet. I'm kind of like, I don't know. I'm not ready to use them yet. But I've had this deck for a couple of years. I don't know. But I have to say, I really like it. And a subscriber had left a comment and was like, they love the watery or emotional, flowy vibe of this deck. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Now that you mention it, that is the vibe that I get from it. That is the vibe. This is 4 baskets, 4 of cups traditionally. I'm having my coffee still up here. Hold on, friends. I might need some more coffee. I only had a few hours of sleep. I ate Chinese food really late at night. Judgment. None of that's bad normally, but as you get older, you're like, you probably should eat a little earlier so you could digest. You know what I mean? So the dreams were dreaming. That's judgment. You can barely see it. Oh, let me show you the box. It's a really nice deck for what you pay. The Hermit. Oh, you can barely see it, friends. Watch the flip through. I'll link it in the description box. This is the Mother of Knives, traditionally the Queen of Swords. Great guidebook. Let's find you some light ones so we can see more clearly. Mother of Baskets. She's got her baby on her back. Yes, it's contemporary. And it's also a question I always get about this deck is like, from people who are not Black or not African American or, part of the diaspora, basically white or Caucasian or anyone else who's not Black, right? They're like, oh, can I use this thing? And then I'm like, yeah, sure, go ahead. I think the creators would appreciate the artist, the creator. And then I started hearing from people who are non-Black and they're like, I use this deck. And it's like, oh, that's really cool. That's what we want. Daughter of Baskets. This is a Page of Cups. So pretty. Lining's a little weird, so I gotta find you. As you can see, here's Justice. Yeah, it's a really good deck. Check out that detailed flip through. So you can see all the cards, guidebook, all the things. So now we can get to some fun stuff, okay? Which is this Modern Oracle, Modern Life Oracle I want to flip through. I got it on Amazon. It's one of those little decks that you get. I guess they're printed like en masse in China or what have you. I don't know, like all the deets, but I always with those decks that are like anywhere from like $9.99 to $16.99. I always like try to Google and search to see if they are like knockoffs of some sort of original deck, and then I'll make a decision to buy them. If I can't find anything, I'll go ahead and just buy it. But no judgment if you get decks that happen to be knockoffs. It's not what I'm here to say. But I was just like, is this a deck that belongs to some creator that I just bought for like, I don't know. I had a $3 coupon, so it was like 12 or 13.99 or something like that. But I like it, and you're gonna see why I like it in a moment. And I'm gonna share with you the guidebook, and we're gonna have a little fun, y'all. If you're up for it, if you're up for it, it is this one. I couldn't wait to get to this. Okay, it's warming up in Canada. Okay, whoa. Freezing? I won't even say. Like, I'm having like my own little personal heat wave happening right here, right now. It's warm here. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see. Yep. And that's right. Our metabolism slows down as we age. Eating late at night, there's always a price to pay for that. Oh, you bet. There is a price. And some of us are unfortunate, or I guess fortunate, depending on how you look at it, enough to know what those prices will be. You're going to pay. You're going to pay. Oh, you're going to pay. Oh, Donna says, I started a journaling practice this year that's more creative, decorative than what I've done in the past. How's that working out for you? I love that. Following that passion, very introspective, very moon, hermit energy. Yeah, I love that too. So, actually, on point for your cards. Yes, yes, yes. Black Tarot seems to have a quiet, it does have a quiet vibe. It's low key. And I like it like that. You know, I'm not going to always be called to pull, but this past month with February, I'm like, oh, you're really showing up in a quiet way. You know, kind of like a wallflower. You know what a wallflower is in a school dance? The person is hanging out on the wall, and there's those who are in the middle of the floor dancing, and then those who are wallflowers and they're talking and they're having conversation. And you didn't even expect it to go that deep, but here we are having a cool little conversation on the side while the people are dancing. You know, every deck has its like own vibe. In my, not everybody believes that. I believe it, but I get it. Some people are like, oh no, decks are just cardboard and ink. But I believe they all have their little vibes. Mm-hmm. Yes. I believe the creator has an Etsy provides digital downloads for you to print yourself. I too purchased the Modern Life, or after learning that. So perhaps someone printed a bunch and sold them. Oh, it's interesting. So I get what you mean. So they have like their printable deck. You can go and then have it printed on your, I'm assuming, let's just say, for example, make playing cards and you have the download and you make it happen. Is that the gist of it? And then someone, this creator person, um, non-creator person, say, oh, I'm just going to make my own decks and sell it. See what I mean? See how it's so slippery? It's a gray area because the creator is making it available, but then it's not. It's just this time we're in. So even if you try to be super careful, you may end up having that happen. But I was wondering, I knew if I brought it to you all, you would know. You get to the bottom of things. I know. Let's see. Thank you, Angel, because I was curious. I do too. Yeah, they're like our little family of personalities. That's why we keep adding to the family. You ever heard of Josephine Baker and her rainbow tribe of children? Oh my gosh, she had like a whole gaggle of children that she adopted. And I just feel like my decks are like my little rainbow collective. We're family. We keep adding to the family. I was just going to say it's very hermity practice. Yeah, it is a hermity practice that I'm really enjoying. And I finally got my tarot and creative space organized a few weeks ago. So it's your sanctuary. Savor that sanctuary. Everyone, if you haven't done so, find your space, your corner. I get it. We cannot always have a room designated for our spiritual or creative or reading practice. but you certainly can make a corner, a little desk, even in your lap. You could just have some kind of portable situation, but tend to it, make it your own and celebrate it and go to it. We need that. You need your little sanctuary space. Can I emphasize that enough? Cannot. But okay, so Angel says, I've been pairing the Modern Life Oracle and the Unveiled Tarot together, and I've been having a blast. Oh, I need to know this Unveiled Tarot. I don't think I know I don't have it, but I need to look it up to see if we have time. I'll do that. I will do that. Yes, the Unveiled Tarot. I gotta go look. So while we're looking at the cards, maybe I'll try to sneak over. But I need to make sure I screen grab this. Hold on, friends. I'm gonna pull. I should have told the person who asked for a reading. Oh, I'm gonna kind of do a reading. It's gonna be a one-card pull, but we're gonna also kind of simultaneously look at the guidebook too. You know, just to kind of check in to see what the cards are saying, because this is a very unique deck. And it's a box, but yeah. So they have a code, as many of these decks do, that you would is here, and you would scan it and be able to download the PDF. You could print out the PDF, or you could do like I did. I saved it to my desktop. So yeah. And this, friends, is 47 oracle cards. It says it's ideal for navigating the complexities of modern life. And this deck offers insight, humor, and guidance for any situation. I'm not going to go reading the whole card, the back, but yeah, here's the card backs. It is reversible. Let's get into it. Serial killer. No, when I first saw this deck and I saw this image, I thought it was SpongeBob, but it's a cereal box. So the cover of the box, I didn't even look at the title. I just saw this image. I thought it was SpongeBob SquarePants. I have kids from that generation of watching SpongeBob SquarePants. So that's what I thought. Grill Master. And you're going to probably be like, this is an interesting deck. Why would you be called to want it or use it? And it's the guidebook. And I'll show you what I mean in a moment. And the artwork too. But the guidebook for sure. Overwhelmed Mom. Drama Queen. Social Media Junkie. Oh, this is one of my favorite things to do. Netflix and chill. Yes, yes, yes. Perfect hermit activity. Gym rat. Oh my God. Yikes. This is me. I've been a coffee addict for a long time, since I was 18, but I've been drinking coffee since I was 10 years old. Procrastination master. And I've got to make a mental note. I want to timestamp when we started doing the flip through of these cards. We're talking about it. So for those who just are curious about this flip through, you'll be able to easily access it. This is Retail Therapy Guru. Oh, that was me all day, every day when I lived in the States. Plant Parent. Tech Wizard. I've been trying to figure out how to, I want to take some of my video content and break it up and put it on TikTok. And so I've been having to be my own little IT person this week, like studying up on what apps to use and technology and AI and stuff like that. I wish I could hire somebody to do that. I'm going to do it. Foodie photographer. I I'd rather just read cards. Chronic multitasker. That's me for sure. The human GPS. Influencer wannabe. Oh, that's good. Yoga pretzel. Mansplainer extraordinaire. Have you ever dealt with a mansplainer? DIY disaster. Oh my gosh. That was a new single mama. Oh, look, the pictures were hung, but they might have been a little crooked. And the IKEA furniture was put together. Might not be so stable, but we got it done. That's what I'll say. Awkward dancer. Awkward dancer. She's got on two different colored shoes. Snooze button samurai. Mm. Are you hitting the button, the snooze button of life? Why? Why are you hitting the snooze button? That should tell you something. If you got to hit it every single day, day in, day out, and you always snoozing. Why? FOMO sufferer. You're missing out sufferer. This is fun. Emoji overuser. I love a person who knows how to effectively use an emoji. My mom would be one of them. She's very good at them. Very, very. She surprised me because she was a late cell phone user. We had to really drag her into modern technology when everybody else was on cell phones, like 2004, 2005. I think it wasn't until 2006-ish she kind of started to accept the cell phone situation. But then now, look at her with her emoji usage. A delivery app devotee. I am one of them too. I'm like conspiracy theorist. I try not to be one of them. Professional binge watcher. Oh my God. I feel like this deck is calling me out on my shadow. Passive aggressive notes writer. My kids will tell you I was good. My boys, who are now adults, 27-year-old, won't be 23 this year. And I was good for leaving post-it notes on their bathroom mirror. Like, don't forget to do this. Don't forget to do that. If you call me at this time, the instructions were endless. That's me. The human charger, the interesting one. Zoom meeting survivor. Oh my gosh, this is me at the state. When I worked for the state during the pandemic, we had to start working from home, and then Zoom calls after Zoom calls after Zoom calls. Inbox zero hero. I don't know why I like this deck, but I just do. And I don't know quite how I'm going to use it. I have some ideas of what kind of readings I want to use it in, but I think it might just be good to just pull a card or two and maybe a tarot card and just don't overdo it. Don't overpower the reading. You may just need a potent one, maybe two cards, maybe. Y'all let me know. If you have this deck, let me know how you work with it. Ghosting Guru. Giving us some alliteration. Ghosting Guru. Viral video star. Meditation mishap. Autocorrect victim. Are you an autocorrect victim? Yeah. It's not even that. Sometimes I will be scrolling at night and sometimes you'll accidentally hit a button. You might accidentally report someone in a Facebook group, or you might accidentally leave a little weird ass comment. So I try not now to, like, was it doom scroll before I fall asleep because I've had some mishaps. Impulse buyer, that too. Social battery drain. Let's really see that one. Meal prep mastermind. Get everything orderly, set out, prepared. The cat lady. Selfie fail. Laundry mountain climber. Ooh, if you know, you know. When you have a family, clothes constantly coming and going out of the washing and dryer, washing machine, kind of hard to keep up. Parallel Parker Pro. Oh, I got a story for everything. Growing up in the Bay Area, learning how to drive in like San Francisco, Oakland, craziness. And yes, there's parallel parking. And that was the one area on my driver's test that I really, really struggled. I think they graded me, and I think I got knocked some points off on my driver's test. That and what else? But your girl got a 92 out of 100. But the parallel parking, that wasn't it. And every time it was time to parallel park when I would go out with my girls as a teen and a young adult, I would hop out of the car and be like, I have my friend who know how to parallel park, and she just throw that thing, like she's just like whip that thing right into the parking space. But if she wasn't there, I will circle, circle, circle blocks until I find a parking space, because I was like, I'm not tearing up my car or anybody else's car. See, I told you I have a story for almost every single card. Meme Lord. Trend chaser. Trend chaser. Are you a trendsetter? Are you a trend chaser? Roommate diplomat. Mm. Toilet paper hoarder. I love this. Deadline surfer. Hungry beast. And that's the last one that we flipped through. It's the flip through of the Modern Life Oracle. I'm going to now shuffle, and I'm going to go through the comments as I overhand shuffle and see what you all have been chatting about. Yeah. Let me see. Let's see. Oh, it smells good. I love a good smelling deck. Oh, they did. I read a huge biography. I don't know if it was an autobiography. I don't think it was her autobiography. It was like almost 800 pages. And I did a report in 10th grade in high school. I was 15. But I have been loving Josephine Baker since I was a wee girl. Like, where I grew up in the Bay Area, we celebrated a lot of, African American great minds, talent. And so I knew of her, and there was that show, what was it? Lynn Whitfield did something on HBO back when I was a kid, and I watched that movie, and I just was drawn to it. Was it a movie? Or was it a mini series? But it was on HBO, and I watched that and fell in love with Josephine Baker. And I never desired to be like on stage, but I just loved her life story, how she left America and she went to Europe and took Europe by storm. And she ended up buying a castle. And I mean, her story was tragic in the beginning and tragic in the end. But whoa, what a story it was. And yeah, I mean, she had husbands, hella kids, a castle in Europe. She was a great talent. She was an activist. She was part of what they call the Red Scare, scare. where they were like, oh, you're a communist, and blah, 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 back in, what's that, the 40s? I don't know. Sometime in history where he was like, no, you can't speak up because you are against us. You are a commie. that's the gist that I got. But that was her time. And like she spoke out and then she got ostracized and she's just got a great story if you don't know about Josephine Baker. Very inspirational. I keep looking at the Modern Life Oracle. So excited to hear you share it. Yeah. And so we're going to look at the guidebook in a moment. I got it up on my screen on the share. The backs are really pretty, right? Like I was not expecting that for this deck, as you say. And yep, total SpongeBob action right here. See, my parents drink coffee all day. They'll be like on their fourth cup when I visit them, and I'm looking forward to visiting them. By the time I wake up about 9 or 10 in the morning, and I'm like, I would be bouncing off the walls. I can do a cup and a half a day, although I make big cups. So maybe it's like, maybe we're drinking the equivalent. Americans like our big cup of coffee. But my parents are doing that times 4. And I'm like, and they don't seem bothered or phased. And they've been doing it for as long as I can remember. It's the guidebook. Yes, right? The guidebook to this deck is where it really, the artwork, the cardbacks are cool. But the guidebook, well, you'll see in a moment, y'all. Angel will attest. It's where it shines. It will have you laughing. It has these incredible spreads too. You're like, really? And it's very easy to do, by the way. It's one of those decks too that you just want to like mindlessly shuffle while you're watching TV. And remember one of these quick little spreads to do. It's one of those. They are so real, right? We are real lifing out here. And we need a real life deck. Yes, the fairy tales of it all would be nice to have in a tarot or oracle deck. I ain't knocking it. But sometimes I just need some reality slapped with me. And sometimes I need some escapism. So it just depends on the mood I'm in. You know what I'm saying? It just depends. That's why I'm over men, right? If I was single, let me tell you, I would be so over dating and men. And no, I'm not knocking men, y'all. I know I have a few men subscribers or folks who watch me. Thank you for watching. Most of my viewership is women, though. It ain't no lie. The demographics don't lie. I've always been a girl's girl. But I will say this. Nah, I would be over. I think men too. Like if you were at my big old age, you would be over it too. You'd be like, I'm just gonna, have a pet and some friends and a hobby, and I'm gonna be good. Like I'm over it. It's a lot to ask for. So yeah, I don't know, but I know some of my friends are like, I want to be in love. I'm searching for love. I'm like, good luck on that search. It is funny. It's just ridiculous. Let's see. Oh, you stayed up till 3. This is why the snooze button gave me a 3. Well, in those times you stay up super late and you gotta get up. Then that might be an exception where you gotta, you might hit the snooze a little extra, but you know what I mean, when you got a full 6, 7, 8 hours of sleep and then you hitting the snooze every single day. And I know I've been there with jobs. It was a sign, but it's a sign that you ignore for a long time because you're just like, no, I just don't feel like getting up. I'm not a morning person. But really, it could be a deeper sign, like I am so deeply dissatisfied. I didn't know until something else happened. Maybe something happened at work. And then you're like, I didn't really like going there anyway. Emoji overuser, that's me. See, there's a card for everyone in this deck. I used to set and label these alarms. Me too. I I had a hole in my phone, like a whole list. It was so satisfying to start deleting all of them that I no longer use, all the little alarms on the phone. And I have one that my husband absolutely hated. He called it the prison guard ringtone. It's hilarious, like wah, 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 wah. But I needed it to get me up and get the kids ready for school every day. And he was like, why can't you pick something? But I'm like, that won't do if I pick something gentle or loving or like soft. That will never do. I need something like a prison break situation, like the prison guards have escaped and we need to get up. That's what I needed. So, yeah. Let's see, that's right. I used to set and label 3 alarms. First time to do hair, maybe look presentable. Second, maybe take time to eat breakfast. And sometimes you might forego that one if you ran out of time from the first one, right? And then number 3, do you want to keep your job? Because you at that point, you teeter it. You teeter it right there. Oh, it's so relatable. Oh my God. Yeah. So you know the alarm life. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, I work at home and start noon, so I get to keep my job. Yeah. When you find somewhere you can work on your own kind of hours, or when you have a job that just lets you be able to set your own hours, we're not all early birds and people who want to work 7 to 3:30 or 9 to 5. Some of us want to work a swing shift or third shift or what have you. We don't want to work when you said. Let's see if power ripple shows. You know what I'm saying? Like what? That's when I want to work. My mom worked nights for years and loved it. She worked midnight to 8 something in the morning and loved it. In San Francisco. Commuted on the train at night, loved it. Did it for years. And I think because she was a night owl, maybe that either rubbed off on me or I'm just naturally a night owl myself, and that's just what it is. And so it's kind of frustrating when I have to live in a world where it's like not night owls. There's daylight and people moving about. I was so happy I didn't have to parallel park my driving test way back in the olden days, right? And I didn't even when I took the test in '96. I took it in 1996. And I think they said that not everywhere either was required to actually have parallel parking, like in California, for example. But where I took the test in, was it Berkeley or was it Oakland? Anyways, it was the Bay Area, California. And you're gonna be parallel parking, so naturally you're gonna be tested on it. And I was like, oh Lord, like I was like 2 feet away from the curb. It was just like, and it was just cones. I couldn't do it. And it was a sign of what was to come. I just every time if I probably by the time I moved out of the Bay Area, I got used to it, but I always still was either super up on the curb or like too far away from the curb. It was didn't quite, you know, didn't quite make it right. Yeah, yeah, like you know, those people who could swing into the parking space. You like that confidence to just whip that car into the park and back in and like get it all like, mm, yeah, not me. Parallel parking killed me too. Then my adopted brother, who was 9 months younger, booked his test only his 17th birthday, and I had to nail that parking and did. Don't drive now because I suck at it. You don't drive now. I don't really drive now because I live in a foreign country. I'm terrified of driving out here. Terrified. I don't want to hurt somebody. I'm very cautious, but sometimes being too cautious could cause problems. You could drive too slow. You could be like, jumping, and it's just so. I'm thankful that my husband does all the driving. I do miss driving. I used to drive a lot in California, and I used to drive cross state lines. I would drive up and down, from Northern California, Southern California to Nevada. Like I was a driving queen. But don't ask me to parallel park though. Just find me I was that one too, like when MapQuest, like when everything started coming out on the internet, I would like Google, like, does it have a nearby parking garage where I could park in versus having a parallel park? Because I'm gonna do that. I will pay too. I will do that. I will not parallel park. And then sometimes people would like, you parallel park and then you get it in there good, or maybe nobody parked before or after you. You got a little spot, and then they, like two different people park and they park super close, and now you can't get your car out without almost tearing off y'all's bumpers, and that bothered me too. Like, mm. Do you little Gemini, you too? Interesting. My son's June 3rd. My middle son, Daniel. Y'all all share my favorite peeps. The Red Scare. McCarthyism. Thank you. It's McCarthyism. Yeah, eras. Yep, 40s and 50s. The old noggin is still kind of working, but I forgot about McCarthyism. The Red Scare. A cup every 2 hours. You know, my mom's a Gemini as well. A May Gemini. And she drinks a cup probably every 2 hours. That's her. Prison guard ring. Yeah, it'd be like blaring. He's like, ah! He's like, you're so cruel. And maybe there is a little part of cruelty in me. Like, eventually I changed it because I was like, he really hates it. But I needed it. He didn't understand the job I was going to. I didn't really want to go. Yeah, it was like, he hated it. He's like, I felt like, I'm like, take me to San Quentin prison. Like, why don't you? Like, what is going on? And that's when we were dating. And I was like, gotta have it. When I had lots of kids at home, homeschooling, I worked 8 p.m. start. Okay. Oh, when they went to bed. Yeah, for sure. I love a good nighttime shift or swing. When I took my test in 1987, I had to parallel park. I got a note on my test that I used. It says, accept. Yeah, that'd be me too. That was totally me. I was like, and then it still ended up 2 feet away from the curb after all of maneuvers. I was like, I know for sure. I'm like, no, 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 no. All right. So who would like a card from this deck? And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at the guidebook. But if you would like a card from this deck, put in the chat you like a card. And I'm gonna share the screen. We're gonna look at the guidebook together. I'm just getting it nice and shuffled because I waited. I bought this a couple of weeks ago. I was like, no, I'm gonna save during the flip through. Let me show you what came up. Impulse fire, of course, and meditation mishap. That they're just giving us a little preview of what's to come for you. So if you'd like me to pull a card, then we can look at what the meanings are in the guidebook. But the impulse fire, I'm around a bunch of deck collectors here, so it's just so. But the FOMO one, if the FOMO one came up, no, emoji overuser, laundry mountain climber. Hold on. Delivery app devotee, and the human charger. See what I'm saying? So interesting. But let me show you the guidebook. I'm going to show the screen. Hold on. We'll get that going. So when you all want a card, let's do that. Okay. So this is the PDF. It's got some suggestions on what to do, how to use it. Daily digital detox draw, selfie challenge. Number 3, meme your message. Number 4, workplace oracle. Number 5, Netflix and reflect. social media story prompts, cool. Roommate harmony ritual, workout wisdom, mindful meals, commute contemplation. And then we've got spreads. The why is this my life spread. They're not complex spreads, by the way. You pull one or two cards, in which I think is good. I don't think you like, well, let me back up. If you use this and you use more than like, say, 3 cards, I would love to hear from you on what is your reading practice with this deck. We live and learn and grow in tarot in Oracle by sharing, right? How are you working with your decks? How are you working with this one? Number 2, the adulting, am I doing this right spread. Number 3, the social media cleanse spread. You know, you might need to use that from time to time. Number 4, the quarter life, midlife, any life crisis spread. The workspace feng shui spread, that's number 5. And perfect for when you're considering bringing your extensive troll doll collection to the office. And you have those, I have those colleagues and I love them. I loved a blinged out cubicle with your troll dolls. I had a guy, he's a friend, colleague, but he loved the color orange. His cubicle, and everybody would gift him anything orange. So it was just decked out. You walk around the corner and you're like, wow. Mine was pretty, like, I don't know, it's kind of zen. You had a little rock, little thing, you know, the sand. And then eventually the crystals and decks start coming. But I still had a way to like tuck them away if I needed to, in case upper management was coming by. Till upper management started wanting readings. And that changed things. All right. So we've got card meanings. I'm scrolling through. And then it just goes, we won't, you know, we'll see how it goes here. Let me look at the spreads. So, for example, the why is this my life spread? Draw 5 cards and place them in a star shapes. Number 1, center, what's really going on here? 2, what am I overthinking? 3, what am I underthinking? 4, what's that smell, or metaphorically speaking? You know, and number 5, where's the exit? The adulting, am I doing this right? Number 1, what childish habits should I probably give up? And if you want me to do a quick spread, we could do that. And then you could, I'll pull the cards for you, and then you could kind of work through what you think the meanings are. Number 2, what adult skills should I finally master? Number 3, what youthful joy should I absolutely keep? You got the social media cleanse, quarter life, midlife, any life crisis spread. Oh, the workspace, feng shui, and then you got the card meanings. I think that's it. Yeah. So I can do a control find. Stop sharing for a moment. Let's see what y'all are saying. Who wants a card? We'll take a card. And then we could intuitively, if we have time, intuitively look at the image, keyword, see if anything comes up, and then we're going to look at the guidebook. Because I want to show you all how the guidebook reads. A 57,000 point return, right? You got, so it's supposed to be a 3-point turnabout, and it's turned into like 55,000. And you're like, and you know how tiny in certain parts in California, for example, in the cities, the roads are narrow. So you're like, I'm trying to navigate, not hit somebody, hit something. Oh my God. Oof. Yeah. Oh Lord. Let me see. Hold on, friends. Oh, cool. Okay, so we're getting to the cards. So Luna leads would love a card. So I got my peeps who would love a card. Let's do it. So I'm going to highlight them as we go. Luna leads. Pull a card. You know, I like jumping cards, so we're going to see what nuts. Okay. Ooh, drama queen. You know, how you're interfacing with others or how they're perceiving you. Or I sense it could be maybe someone that you're dealing with, drama queen, right? And then we have the human GPS, your internal guidance system, and navigating a challenging interpersonal situation. And spirit just saying, you know what, you got this. You've got you're being divinely guided. And sometimes this is like, you got a diva up. You know what I mean? Like you got a bitch out. And sometimes it can mean that. And just following your internal guidance system, your human GPS system on how do I need to approach each and every interaction right now. But first and foremost, be like the diva. Prioritize self. Now let's look at the guidebook and see what these cards say. Right? Let's do that because this is what I want to show you all. This is why I wanted to do this real time versus just like do like a little pre-recorded video because I wanted to play with you. We wanted to play with this. So now I'm going to control find. And we're going to let's look up drama queen. All right. Let's show you. Lights, camera, action. Life's your stage. And honey, you're serving Tony Award readiness 24/7. Whether it's a stub toe or a bad hair day in your world, every molehill is Mount Everest, and you're scaling it in 6-inch heels. Upright. Life is your stage. Make it a comedy, not a tragedy. When the drama queen card struts its stuff upright, you're in your element. Your flair for the dramatic is turning everyday situations into riveting performances. That presentation at work, an epic monologue, grocery shopping, a thrilling adventure in the urban jungle, or I like you used to pretend like I'm on a runway. Oh. I'm strutting down the aisle. Embrace your inner thespian, but remember, sometimes it's okay to break character and just be you. Reverse, there's a reverse meaning because remember the card backs, right? Your theatrical flair is wearing thin. Time for a more subtle performance. Oh dear, looks like someone's been chewing the scenery a bit too enthusiastically. A reverse drama queen suggests your constant high stakes emoting is causing your audience to tune out. Okay, or turn off, tune out. Your friends are developing a sudden interest in silent films, and your family's thinking of investing in earplugs. Time to dial it back from Shakespearean tragedy to quirky indie film. And who loves the quirky indie film? I do. So that's that card. Now we're going to take a quick gander at the human GPS. I'll just read some excerpts here for time's sake. Ahoy, navigator extraordinaire, pathfinder supreme, Christopher Columbus of the cul-de-sacs. Oh God, not Christopher Columbus, Jim. Your internal compass is so finely tuned that you could find your way out of a paper bag blindfolded during a solar eclipse while juggling. Who needs Google Maps when you've got, well, you? Upright, you're confidently forging your own path. Who needs maps anyway? In reverse, you're lost in more ways than one. Time to recalculate your life's journey. So it's interesting, right? It's interesting. Okay. Let's go. Hope that. Let me know how that goes. What you think of those cards and the meanings. Let me know. Donna says, I got in space and didn't hit anything, so I passed. Yep, I got into space too, and they were like, I barely passed. Well, they didn't say I barely passed, but they were like, that category, you can forget about it. But I got a 92. So it was the only area that I was like struggling. It was like the struggle bus. All right, Steph Reed would like a card. Okay, we got overwhelmed mom. Hold on, let me stop sharing for a moment so you could see it. Overwhelmed mom. So this is if you are, feeling overwhelmed. With the overwhelmed mom, there's been a new challenge that's been put upon you, and you are trying to rise to the occasion, and there's some sleep. There could be sleep deprivation. There could be agonizing over doing something right or not doing enough, or feeling like you're lacking in one area because you're really focused on this very important thing, and then it causes a sense of feeling inadequate in other areas. And so I relate to being an overwhelmed mom. I was there many a time. But even if you're not an actual mom, you can relate to those times where you were overwhelmed and you were worn thin. Your energy was worn thin because you're stretched thin. You've got something that's really all consuming, that's taking up all your time and energy. And it really starts to wear at you at your confidence level, because you're like, I don't feel like I'm showing up like I want to. But this is not the season you're in. You're in the season. You see how young that child is? That's the season you're in. That won't last forever. So let's look at the guidebook. Let's do that. Mm-mm-mm. Now we're going to go to overwhelmed mom. Welcome to the circus, where you're the ringmaster, lion tamer, and human cannonball all rolled into one. You're juggling there's a typo. You are juggling no, they're right, I'm wrong. Your juggling act involves everything from straw cups to soccer schedules. And let's not even mention the mysterious sticky substance on your shirt. Please let it be jam. Yikes. Upright, multitasking champion, but at what cost to your sanity? When the overwhelmed mom card appears upright, you're in peak form. If by peak form we mean barely holding it together while projecting an image of Instagram worthy domestic bliss, well, you know, because everybody knows it's just the what they call it, the highlight reels on social media that we see. But really, the overwhelmedness is what's really going on behind the scenes. So it says, you're juggling more balls than a circus performer with an overambitious resume. Bravo. But remember, even the great Houdini needs a break now and then. And the reverse is the reverse meaning. It says, the juggling act is falling apart. Time to drop a few balls, but not the baby. So this is about prioritizing, discernment, delegation, speaking up when you need help, right? So I love that there's a reverse meaning as well. Let me know what you think about the meaning. And so, yeah, let me go here. Cool, Donna. Cool, cool. Yes, we do have a bot. Thank you for letting me know. Sometimes I don't see it right away. Little bots. Okay. So Donna, we're going to pull a card for you from the Modern Life Oracle. You're going to get a kick out of this. Serial killer. Weren't we? You and I were talking about this one. Okay. Serial killer. Let me share the screen. You will be curious to see has to say. Oh, you know what's interesting? Oh, never mind. Okay, never mind. Thought I saw something, but car meeting, serial killer. Picture this. It's 6 a.m. and there you are lurking in the kitchen shadows, your target, the unsuspecting box of sugar-coated carbs. As you raise your spoon, ready to strike, you can't help but wonder, is this the breakfast of champions or just the start of another killer day? Upright, you're ruthlessly efficient at devouring your goals and breakfast. When the serial killer card appears upright, it's time to milk your potential for all it's worth. You're approaching your objectives with the same gusto as a hungry toddler attacking a bowl of colorful marshmallow bits. Nothing can stand between you and sweet, sweet success, not even that pesky adult cereal with twigs and bark your doctor recommends. Oh my God, I cannot stand grape nuts. I know some of you probably like grape nut cereals, but when like the doctor's like, that's totally healthy for you, I'm like, totally gross. What is it called? Grape nuts? What are they called? Oh my God, they're just these crunchiness. It's almost like you're eating literally like grape seeds and you add milk to it. And I'm like, this ain't it. I need some, at least some Cheerios. Come on, Cheerios. Reverse. Your ambitions have gone stale. Time to try a new flavor of success. Uh-oh, looks like someone left the box open overnight. Something got stale. When the serial killer shows up reverse, your go get 'em attitude has lost its snap, crackle, and pop. You're stuck in a routine that's about as exciting as bran flakes on a rainy Monday. It's time to shake things up. Maybe try that weird granola your hippie cousin swears by, or hey, live dangerously and have waffles for dinner. I love waffles for dinner. One of the favorite things my husband and I like to do is make pancakes as a dessert at night. So yummy. Okay, so that's the serial killer. Not what you quite expect, huh? Not what you quite expect from that. So funny. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. We've got time for one more from my friend, Auntie K. Auntie K, spirit of message from this interesting deck. All right, this is so on point. Parallel Parker Pro. Look at his face. And he's sweating bullets. Y'all can't see it, probably the details here. But he's sweat. That's me. That was me. Sweating. Just sweating bullets. Parallel Parker Pro. Let me make sure this person, I think they were removed. Okay. Let me share the screen so we can go to Parallel Parker Pro. Number 42. Imagine you're circling the block for the 5th time, eyeing a parking spot that looks impossibly small. But you're no ordinary driver. You're a Parallel Parker Pro with the precision of a surgeon. Precision, you know, like, and the confidence of a stunt driver. You ease your car into the space with millimeters to spare, leaving onlookers in awe and fellow drivers seething with envy. Upright, you're skillfully maneuvering through life's tight spots. Nothing can stop you. When the Parallel Parker Pro card smoothly guides into the upright position, your ability to navigate tricky situations is unparalleled, pun intended. You handle life's challenges with the same finesse you used to squeeze into impossible parking spaces. Traffic jams, no problem. Awkward social situations, you slide right in. You're not just parking, you're parallel living. It's interesting. It's interesting. Reverse. You're stuck in a rut, literally and figuratively. Time to try a new approach. Oh, did you just knock over a row of trash cans while attempting to park? When this card appears reverse, your usual smooth moves are more like a demolition derby. You're hitting every metaphorical curve. Your spatial awareness has gone on vacation, and you are seriously considering abandoning your car and walking everywhere. Buzz show. I've been there. I used to when I would parallel park, and like somebody would be, I would like look around to see if anyone's noticing me, like sweating and having a time. And I'll look around, don't see anyone ground level, and then I'll like look up in the building, like on the third floor. There's somebody staring at me, our eyes locked. I'm like, oh, come on, what are you watching me for? And they may not even be watching me, but it feels like they're watching. So that's what made me. Like this was what it brings back memories. This card. I don't really drive like that anymore. Even living in Sacramento, there's so many parking lots and structures, and there's unless you're going downtown, you're not really dealing with parallel parking where I live, like in the burbs. So I've been away from parallel parking since my younger days. Let me know what you think. Let me stop sharing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is fun. Yeah, hopefully the bot is gone. Luna Lee says, let's see. So Luna Lee says, so accurate. I'm noticing now that I'm allowed to insert any emotion. I deal with difficult people daily. Needed that reminder to navigate my own life and not lose my creative self. Thank you. You are welcome. Yes. Channeling our inner diva, one moment, one customer, 1 second at a time, right? We can't always be diva-esque, but sometimes it calls for it. And sometimes all it's really saying is we just have to prioritize what makes us happy in the moment and nothing else. Let's enjoy the moment. And you deserve that. You deserve that. Right? The only thing with the Columbus thing, they were like, said something about the line of like, you could find yourself out of a bag. And I was like, oh, well, okay. But the Columbus thing is a little bit like I didn't know that in the guidebook when I got this deck. So yeah, now you know. For those who are weighing whether or not to consider getting the deck. Steph says, I am a mom, and that is spot on. Thank you. Love and need this deck. Oh, you're welcome. It's so like, yeah, when you're a mom or parent or dad, when you're a parent, like when you're in the trenches day in and day out, especially as a new parent, it is just like, or a new, like if you had when I had a puppy, I have a similar vibe. Like I was like, oh my God, just when you think you can't take it no more, the puppy starts to learn how to like be potty trained or whatever. Or the baby starts to take their first steps, or they go off to kindergarten. You're like, oh my God, I didn't know if I was gonna make it. And you made it. And then you move to a new phase. Yeah. Thank you for saying that. SpongeBob SquarePants. That'll be our inside joke. Thank you, my friend, for joining me. You're my next member on YouTube. I appreciate you. Thank you. I just so appreciate that. Thank you for joining. I even have a little spiel like, oh, some YouTubers are like, oh, yeah, thank you for joining the member. I'm like, I'm just so happy you're with me. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Oh, I like this. The card's description. Awesome for you, Donna, for sure. It is awesome. It's like spot on. Spot on for what you've shared with us so far. Oh my God, trying to eat healthy while surrounded by delicious, rich French food. The struggles. Oh, I bet. Oh, I bet. The struggle is real. Oh my gosh. My weakness is French bakeries because I always had a sweet tooth. It just sometimes lays dormant, but most of the time when I'm around a French bakery, we have a French population out here and French bakery and everything. Oh my God, it's all sense of control. Mm, mm, mm. All senses control. Grape nuts, like eating rocks, right? Thank you. I'm like, am I gonna crack a tooth eating these things? And did the milk make it soft? I don't even understand. So, like, I remember going in on eating grape nuts. I'm like, oh, those, like, people are like, what's the worst cereal you've had? And I was like, grape nuts. And like somebody who was in the group, they're like, I love those cereal. I was like, really? I was thinking to myself, it's like eating gravel. Oh, I can't do raisins or any cardboard tasting cereal. Right? I'm like, mm-mm. I might as well just fast and not even eat. Like, I love this. Oh, you're so welcome. It's so funny how that card came up for us. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you all. This has been so much fun. Right? Of course it came up for us. Of course the parallel parking came up for us. They were talking a heck of mess about it. Yes. Once you become pro, nobody can tell you nothing. Yes. Once you become a pro, you got that confidence. Confidence. They can't tell you nothing. We summoned it. Let's see. This is true, at least metaphorically. I have tons of luck in my astral chart. Sometimes I need to be reminded I got it or else I will rut. Yeah, yeah. And that was probably just a little nudge from the universe. We get these little signs. Like you keep going. You're moving in the right direction. You got a process that's working for you. Stay consistent. You know, you will see your results. But that sweaty face, so that anxious Gemini, yeah, the sweating, strung out on coffee. So I just act and win. Yes, yes, yes. So like, look at him. Just ooh, let me just go on and do it. I'm just gonna get in that parking space. And then when you get in there, oh, the relief. You can even feel the breeze against that sweat on your face come, and you're like, so yeah, friends, there you have it. That is the Modern Life Oracle. I know I kept y'all here a while. Where is it? I know I kept you here, but I wanted to do this together because I thought it would be a fun way to I don't know, see what this deck is about together. Like it came like with like the little cellophane wrapping, so I took that off so it could save us time. You won't see me having to struggle. But other than that, I kept the cards in order. I kind of peeked through just to make sure it was like 47 sitting there. It's 47 cards. I was like, no, we're gonna do this together. And I want to see what you all think about this deck. If you all know it, how are you working with it? What you think about those spreads, those spread titles or spread prompts are quite interesting. I think what I may end up doing, that I got a couple of YouTube members, and then I have my Kofi membership. We might have to play around with those spreads. Either I'll do like a little baby mini live on YouTube for my members, and then we just pull cards and see what comes up. And then obviously for my Poised Elite membership on Kofi, we're gonna do that probably at some reading lab. I do a monthly reading lab on the last Saturday of the month, and we like to dive into such activities such as these, like a spread that we do collectively together and see how it's coming up for each of us. So check it out. Check it out. This was fun, friends. Do me a favor on your way out. Please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. You can join my little baby membership I got going on over here. Just started. And stay tuned. I got more to come for you. And thank you for making my Friday so much fun. I hope I made your Friday, or if you're maybe you next day watching this, maybe you're in the future. Thank you for watching it and joining us. Leave a comment, okay? Let us know you were able to watch it. Take good care, friends. I appreciate you all. I'm just looking at these last bits before we head out. Luna Lee's, I needed this too, friend. I really did. The spreads are brilliant. I could just see myself just playing with those spreads for days with this deck, or really any deck, right? Oh my gosh. Yeah. We need that for each other. We gotta stay down for one another because my God, if we don't, we could just really get swallowed up in darkness. I know it sounds all doom and gloom, but darkness has different shades of it, right? And we can be there for one another. Yeah. Yeah. Blessings to you all. Take care.